Hi everybody, just wanted to jump on again and just do another quick live with you. Today what I wanted to talk about was looking at job descriptions. So one of the things that I say to people on a regular occasion is if you're trying to decide whether or not a job is one you should go for and one that maybe you can do, you want to use a 70-30 split kind of ruling. So looking at the job description, if you can do 70% of the work within that job description fairly easily or, completely, then that's a good sign. If there is 30% of the job that either you would need some training on, you don't know completely, then that shows that it's a job you should be able to apply for. So one of the things that people tend to do is look at a job description and they just look for the things they can't do within that job description, and then they get really kind of downhearted because it's a job that they want to go for and then they feel like they can't. Hi Sam, how are you? So one of the things that kind of comes up within job descriptions on a regular basis is there is always a huge list of tasks that the company that you're applying for would want you to do or be able to do. And quite often you'll sit there and you'll think, right, well, I can't do that, and I can't do that, and I can't do that. So you'll cross it off your list completely. What you want to do is break it down into 10 items per section. And as long as you can do 7 of those and you have 3 that you would need training on, then apply for it, give it a go. If you find that reading the job description that there is, say, 50% or more things that you can't do, then you're going to struggle doing that job. You're going to find it more and more difficult unless the company has an amazing training program, or you've got at least 6 months as part of your kind of trial period. So what I want you to do is have a look at your own job description if you can find it. If not, I'm sure your company will have a copy somewhere on their internet or whatever, and have a look at the job description and see if there is a kind of ratio on that list of things that you still can't do, or look at when you first went for the job and you got the job, how much you could actually do of that job. Because what you'll find is that when you applied for the job that you're doing, there was quite a few things on that list that you couldn't do, and yet you got that job and you're still doing it and you love it. Or maybe you don't love it, but you can do it. So one of the things that you can then do is take that into your next job description. So when you're looking to apply for a job, put your job description next to the job description of the job you want to apply for, and have a look at the things that are similar. Because anything on the job description that is the same, you can completely take off because you're already doing it and you know you're doing it and you can evidence it. Then look at the things that are left, and again use a 70-30 split. If on that list of things that isn't already on your job description there's 70% you can do, then you can have no problem doing that job. So throw away the fear, clear the fear, give it a go, apply for it. What have you got to lose? And remember, when you're applying for a new job, if you don't get it, it's not the end of the world. It's an application. It's you just throwing your hat in the ring and saying, actually I fancy a change. If you're applying for a job outside your current company, no one needs to even know that you've applied for another job. So if you don't get it, who needs to know? And if you do get it, you still don't have to take it. If they ring you up or they write to you and say, "Yeah, we want to offer you the job," and you think, "Actually, I don't really want to do this now," fine. Don't accept it. There is nothing wrong with just seeing what is out there and having a look at job descriptions and having a look at other jobs and just seeing what's about. Just don't get too stagnant where you are. I was once told if you stay in the same job for more than 5 years, it's harder to become employable somewhere else. And I never really believed that because I loved the job that I was doing, and I thought, well, if I love my job, I can stay in it. But actually, when it did come to apply for other jobs, I didn't really have a great amount of experience in other areas because over that 5-year period, other areas of the company had progressed, had changed, and my kind of experience was no longer really that relevant. So a lot of the stuff that I'd been able to do, or was really good at was only now really good at the job I was in right now. So keep your training up to date, keep trying new things. If there's an opportunity to attend a training course, even if it's not necessarily in the job that you're doing right now, go along. You know, if it's a free training that your company's providing, give it a shot. What have you got to lose? It's something to put in your toolbox, because you never know what's around the corner. So really today was just about kind of jumping on and just saying, you know, don't feel like you have to stay in the same job. Hi Paula. You know, get out there, give it a go, see what else is out there, and, you know, apply for things. It'll help with your self-esteem, help with your self-confidence as well, because when it does come to you having to apply for another job, one of the biggest things you're going to have a problem with is your self-confidence, because you're going to look at these job descriptions and the fear of changing is going to be huge. So if you're keeping an eye out on a regular basis every few months, seeing what's around, and, you know, sending off your CV and keeping your CV up to date and all that kind of thing, just helps with your confidence that when you have to find another job, either because you don't like it where you are or because you're being made redundant or something like that, it's not so scary. I was in the same job for 14 years, and when I had to change and I had to try looking for another job, it was really hard. It was really frightening, because I didn't know what I was good at anymore. I could only seem to apply for jobs of the same sort of job that I was already doing. Hi Lucy. And it just made it really, really difficult, because I'd look at the job descriptions and I think, I don't even know what half these words mean. So don't let yourself become complacent. And you don't have to leave a job you love, but you do need to progress, and you do need to keep training and keep learning. So biggest thing is your 70-30 split, to give you an idea of what you can do. But the more training you do, that 70% is going to be much higher, and it's going to be easier to obtain. So, you know, I know people didn't like school and they don't want to do training, and once they're in their job, they just want to get on with their job. But seriously, if you have the opportunity to do training, opportunity to do day courses, or any kind of thing that your company's offering, whether it's a qualification or anything like that, take it on. You know, build up your toolbox, learn as much as you can. And if you're self-employed, that's a lot harder, because any training that comes along or any opportunity has got to come out of your wage packet. So have a look online, go onto YouTube, things like groups like this, where there is constantly going to be free PDFs and ebooks and things to help with your learning. Keep that up, keep applying for these things, keep going for it, because you know what, you'll never ever know when you're really going to need it. So good luck with it, and like I said, dig out your old your job descriptions and have a look at what you could do when you first started to what you can do now. All right, see you later, bye.